Welcome back. It's time now for Media Watch. You start with a real-life action man. James Creedon, well, maybe not. Or maybe. I don't know what you do in your spare time.
Not as impressive.
But you're going to tell us about a real-life action man named Vladimir Putin.
Vladimir Putin. We'll start with the pictures, I think, because they speak 1,000 words. It's the latest of his political stunts, this time, well, not for the first time, on a Harley Davidson. So here he is. He's arriving at the Black Sea port of Novorossiysk in Russia. And it was a big bikers festival, basically, in the Black Sea port. And, you know,
he's on a three-wheeler Harley Davidson.
He's on a three-wheel Harley
That's got a dent in credibility, hasn't it?
Well, I don't know. It depends on what kind of credibility you're looking for. And so he arrived and he addressed the crowd and he spoke about, called the bikers his brothers, and he used the opportunity to speak about United Russia and all of this. So this is just the latest in a long line of stunts similar to this. He's not new to this kind of lark. And actually, just a month ago, you can see the Daily Mail is talking about this. Alpha Dog is at it again. Putin leads biker gang in his latest macho photo op. Now, just a month ago, there was this picture. Now, this is pretty extraordinary. Have a look at this. These are two urns, right, that he found in the Black Sea. Now, The Guardian was speaking about this. Basically, he was scuba diving and he found two ancient Greek urns on the floor of the Black Sea off the Taman Peninsula. This is near Ukraine. Now, for about a year, Russian scientists had been trying to uncover the traces of an ancient Greek city. They call it the kind of the Russian Atlantis. And so in comes Putin and, surprise, surprise, within moments manages to find two Greek urns.
So he gets these relics.
He gets these relics.
Was he allowed to keep them because he earned it?
Well, I guess he did earn it. Maybe it's for the motherland, for the nation of Russia. Now, they point out that the Novaya Gazeta newspaper wasn't too convinced by all of this. Diving in the Taman Gulf, the Prime Minister found two amorphae waiting for him since the 6th century AD at a depth of 2 meters.
You sound sceptical. Are you saying this has been set up?
I'm saying there's a chance it might have been set up, given all the other stunts. I mean, if we have a look, some of the websites have been going through them. This is going back to a year ago. Biking is a symbol of freedom. And, you know, the most recent stunt got headlines like this in the Russian press. Putin gets back on his bike. So this is all...
Is that his own bike, do we know?
This, I'm not sure if it was his own bike.
But it's the same three-wheeler?
I suppose he owns a lot of things in Russia, so he's probably laid claim to that as well. Now, Le Monde is pointing out that this is all leading up to the presidential election next March. We don't know if Putin is going to declare himself a candidate. It's all coming down to a battle between Putin and Medvedev. Putin casting himself as the strong man. Medvedev finding it hard, I suppose, to keep up with pictures such as that.
And the thing is, if they did judo together, who'd win?
Right, well, this is it. He's done judo as well. And Le Monde, quite conveniently, has gone down through a lot of the previous stunts. There's another motorbike stunt. There he is in a Formula One car. He's also piloted a plane during forest fires, tackled animals, or it's all sorts of crazy stuff.
Tackled a tiger?
Tackled a tiger. So I suppose it's all in a bid to cast himself as the strong man, bearing in mind that he's 20 points percentage points weaker than his most popular, which was at 58% in 2008. So he's trying to maybe get himself back up in the polls ahead of that March election, which we don't know yet if he's going to stand for. Now, if you think that's kind of strange, have a look at the next set of pictures. He's also the superhero in a cartoon called Super Putin. Now, this was put together by a young Putin fan, I suppose. And basically, it's called Super Putin, a man like any other. It's got 17 million hits online. In it, he dons a kimono. He saves passengers on a bus from a bomb, so saving people from terrorism. Medvedev is his sidekick. And he's described as a gnome who can transform into a bear. And basically, I mean, what's going on here is really, his spin doctors know what they're doing. They're trying to cast him as a macho figure. Medvedev, who casts himself as a reformer, I suppose can't really keep up with such a strongman image as that.
Imagine if they did that with Nicolas Sarkozy.
Well, I don't know, would Sarkozy be quite so bold as to do that? But just before we finish, if you think cartoons are original, actually in North Korea, they're pretty used to doing that as well down through the years.
Well, there's an example to follow.
Exactly, right. It's not exactly the best example, but they have, Kim Jong-il has been using cartoons since the 50s, basically, the Jong-il, the dynasty, the Kim
dynasty, yeah.
And this is one of them here. It's a squirrel versus the hedgehog, and basically you have a village of squirrels coming under attack from a mean weasel, and the whole idea is that the squirrels are defeated because they're not organised with enough military precision, and they depended on the defence of just one lone bear on the hillside. So there's always a lesson to these sort of cartoons. They're aimed at children, and they're being used to implant, according to this website, Oni, in the minds of the children, a burning patriotism and also to create hatred towards the enemy. So cartoons of all descriptions being used
and of course,
in
communist
propaganda
organisation as well. James, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks,
James
Mark.
Creedon there with Media Watch. We're back in a few moments with all the day's news and sport, including more on the latest signing for Paris Saint-Germain. Stay with us.